I don't think people really know how kitchens are run. But yeah, there's always a misconception that people are being screamed at, people are getting overworked. People's vision might be slightly skewed on how kitchens are run because they might only see series like The Bear.
I'm gonna talk to Mark.
Fuck off my Xbox chef now!
That's not how it is at all. Go 29 and go 112.
Yeah.
Thank you, buddy. Hi, my name's AJ Shahata and I'm a junior sous chef at Fallow Restaurant. I started at Fallow Restaurant 2.5 years ago now, as a commie, pretty much. I had no chef experience in my life. I left a 9-to-5 job in the medical industry to pursue my dream. Junior sous chef is pretty much being more of like an overseeing role, more kind of on the pass rather than being on a particular section like a CDP would be, for example. Guys, it's Monkfish, how long? Service, please, there. 75. I mean, firstly, I disagree with the whole line cook chef terminology. You're a chef if you're in the kitchen cooking, to be honest, that's my opinion on it. But the main difference between that kind of more junior role of being, let's say, a line cook or a chef de partie or a commie, you need to start thinking a bit differently. You have to start thinking about more managing people. There's a lot going on at once. You need to be able to juggle a lot of things in your head, keep an eye on what the guys are doing, make sure things are coming up at the right pace. So to have a kind of multitasking brain, to be able to manage a lot of different information at once and execute it fast and concise with confidence is very important. You got a cod coming up, one more behind. Guys, find me another fennel salad, please. Can I have anot's head working, yeah? Guys, can I get 2 toast refill? We're used to it being busy, but every now and then you might have a day where all the people come in at once. It might be quiet for an hour and then it hits 5 o'clock and the whole restaurant is full within 5 minutes, and then you get all your orders coming in. At that moment, you need to take a step back, you need to relax, you need to just not get overwhelmed. Juicy beef ribs, that? So no, service is good. It's a good rush. I mean, the moment you get your first check-in on service, it kind of comes over you. You're a team, you're kind of going into battle, let's say, and you're smashing it out. So the adrenaline is definitely there and it kind of pushes you and drives you. Yeah, doing 9 to 5 felt more tiring than what I'm doing now, which is crazy because I now do a lot more hours than that. But it's all due to being on your feet, having that fun, having the adrenaline. I mean, the sound of the ticket machine is what I hear in my nightmares. I absolutely hate it. Yeah, I hear the machine rolling in and I'm like, okay, it's about to start, but we're used to it. And it's just, yeah, let's get it done. I mean, if I don't hear the ticket machine coming in and it's slow, it's even worse, to be honest. Parfait 75, big dog. Yeah. 500 covers a day. That's probably a slow day. But now we're kind of pushing 600, 700. Covers in a restaurant is pretty much the amount of bodies you have in the restaurant. So let's say I have 200 covers for dinner. I have 200 people coming for dinner that day. Fallow's quite unique that we do this many covers at a high quality. You could go maybe like TGI Fridays and do 700 covers, but the food might not be as great. The style of food that Fallow has, it's definitely a lot of fine dining techniques, but not too fussy, not too pretentious, kind of casual dining, but the core skills, the fundamentals are there, and the food's just great quality. So at Fallow, we have an open kitchen, so a nice big kitchen in the middle of the restaurant where everyone can see you cooking. It's nice to have people watching you and you're kind of like the show for them. So they come, they can sit on the counter, they can be on their table, they can watch you work. And it's interesting, it's exciting, and it kind of motivates you to be the best you really can. It keeps you accountable. You've got to be really, really clean at all times. You've got to make sure you're not being too boisterous, not swearing too much. I said, put me on your A game. 22, please. I need a corn, 2 corn, yeah? When we're in the shit on the pass, it's an issue. I mean, the main thing is, if you're in the shit on the pass, don't let anyone know. Don't let the guys behind you realize, because if they know you're in the shit, then they're gonna start panicking and then everyone's gonna go down. So you gotta just take that step back, breathe, think logically, and just come back from it. You can always recover. If you start panicking, that's when you're gonna go further down. Let's say I'm in the shit on the pass and I need something done or I need something rush order. I'll get a certain chef who I know can do it and do it fast, and I'll call him out. Be like, hey, I need this, this, and this. Sort this out for me and do this. And then I know I can just trust him. So being as patient as possible is the best way to be. Tartar, you done? 6 oysters, she's working? Sorry, 1 more tartar. And a fennel salad, please. But yeah, there's always a misconception that people are being screamed at, People are getting overworked, and that's probably what happened maybe like 10, 15 years ago, but at least at Fallow, that's not how it is at all. It's 2024, like, if you're gonna be treated in a bad way, then you're not gonna work at a certain place. There's so many places you can work out, so many amazing restaurants, so there's no point kind of trying to live in that old-fashioned way of working. It's outdated and it's not really what happens anymore. Service! Oh, lovely, Nick. Thank you, mate. Yeah, moving from being a chef, being on the grill, cooking every night, cooking steaks, being in the thick of it, burning my hands, just all that kind of stuff, to not doing that as much and being on the path is great because you get to learn that side of it. And I've had my fun, I've done the cooking, and I'm sure I'll do the cooking in the future, but at this stage of my life, I'm moving into that managerial side of it, more of the admin side. That's absolutely fine because I know I'm gonna need to learn it. When I first moved into that role, I had to kind of take a step back and not get annoyed when I wasn't receiving the right quality food or the right pace of service. In my head, I'd be like, oh, I can do this. When I was on service, I did this, so why is it taking him so long? But then when I first started, was I the best? Was I smashing it out constantly when I first started? No, no one really is gonna be like that. You have to learn, you have to practice, and then you'll achieve that. So when you're on the pass, you're literally the last barrier, the kind of the last line of defense before the food goes out to the customer. My favorite part is just kind of having that responsibility, knowing what's going out, seeing the high quality and the amazing food that goes out, seeing customers happy, being able to talk to people on the counter, kind of serve food as well. It's just fantastic.
You know the 7 minutes?
Yeah, I do that. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh!
Hey! I didn't hear that, but since you said hey.